quite literally impossible for the Bible to condemn homosexuality because the word homosexual and the concept of modern sexuality didn't exist until the late 19th century. The Bible didn't have the word homosexual in it until 1946, when the writers of the Revised Standard Version of the Bible placed that word in the Bible as the translation of a mysterious Greek word, arsenokoitai.
It takes a little bit of common sense and about a 3-second Google search to see that this guy's lying through his teeth. Now check it out, guys. I've heard this argument before. I actually did a YouTube short back in the day that debunked this argument, and this individual, he insists on continuing to spread the word that the Bible cannot condemn homosexuality. Now, what's his reasoning? He claims that the word arsekakoitai, or arsekakoitai, however you want to pronounce it, is a word that was ambiguous or mysterious. There was nothing ambiguous or mysterious or nebulous about that word. It was a compound word in the Greek language used by Paul when he wrote the scriptures, stating that a man who lies with another man is in sin. The word arsen means man. The word koitai means to bed together. When you put it together, it literally states men who bed together, men who sleep with one another. Now, why is this important, guys? Because we have to understand that the devil is an extremely good liar. The devil can tell you a lie and make it sound mostly true, right? But he only has to twist it a little bit so that it can go ahead and veer towards his intentions. Robertson states that it wasn't until 1946 that the word homosexual was added to the Bible. Here's the problem with that. The Bible never identified a group of people as homosexual people. That didn't even exist back then. People had a lot more good common sense thousands of years ago. But here's where his argument falls apart. The word homosexual wasn't in the Bible because it didn't need to be in the Bible. The Bible condemns the action of homosexuality. It condemns the intimate act of a man laying with another man or a woman laying with another woman. It would be as if someone else came out and said, you know what, guys? Dealing drugs, dabbling in narcotics, that can't be a sin because the word drug dealer is not even in the Bible. That's completely false, and you would know it, right? It's the same thing here. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, what's amazing to me is that every single time this individual preaches this message, he forgets one very small thing. He's focusing on Paul's writings and the word arsenokoitai, which is quite literally searchable on Google. You can find it yourself, and it tells you what the word is. It tells you the roots of the word, it tells you the origins of the word, and it tells you what it quite literally means. But here's where this man fails the hardest. The act of homosexuality, not the group, was condemned in the Bible as early as the book of Genesis. It was condemned multiple times in the Old Testament and the New, and for some reason, I think that Robertson knows that and continues to only focus on Paul as a writer as if that's going to strengthen his argument. Here's the thing, guys. It was never about the LGBTQ community because that community did not exist. And even if it had, Paul would not need to focus on that specific community because what he was saying in his message was clear, and that's why it has transcended time. Thou shalt not lay with a man as one does with a woman, for your God finds this detestable. There's no ambiguity to that. You can lie about the word arsenokoitai all you want, but at the end of the day, condemning the action is what the Bible does. It never needed to add the word homosexual. So your argument at the end of it means absolutely nothing. As always, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys. You understand that I've been having my issues with YouTube, but at the end of the day, never gonna stop preaching the word of God. Don't leave anything up to chance, brothers and sisters, because remember that when the rapture happens, it's gonna happen like this.